Good morning.
Good morning.
As many of you may know, 5 years ago, a group of workers out in Boardman, Oregon, about 170 miles east of here, walked out in strike in protest of the working conditions. And ever since then, they have not ceased in their struggle to improve their situation in Boardman at Threemile Canyon Farms. Threemile Canyon Farms is a large farm that has dairy. They also have farming operation, potato, onions, mint, wheat, a number of different crops. And to their credit, they never looked back. They kept going. And many of the workers who are here with us this morning have been out at the farm since day one. And you'll hear from several of them in a couple of minutes. But as Steve mentioned, we've spent the last 6 months negotiating with Threemile Canyon Farms. The negotiations went actually very well. Both sides came to the table ready to negotiate in good faith. And I think we've come up with an agreement that we are all proud of. That really sets a new benchmark for how farm workers in the state should and can be treated, and we're very thankful to Threemile Canyon Farms for what they have agreed to in our contract. Some of the highlights I have next to me that I'd like to point out to you. Workers for the first time now in Oregon agriculture have family medical plan. So not only the worker but their families are covered under medical insurance. That is paid, the premium is paid 100% by the employer. Workers have a pension plan. This is unprecedented in Oregon agriculture. That farm workers around the country often toil for their entire lives without the ability to financially to retire. They have a pension plan. Threemile Canyon Farms has agreed to an hourly contribution in an effort to get workers a retirement plan. It's a 7.5% wage increase over the term of the contract. Again, this is something that is agreed to. It's not going to be arbitrary or capricious or based on favoritism. Every year there will be an increase. We've increased the paid vacation time from 1 week, which all current employees get, and we've got another week of vacation time for workers with 3 years or more of seniority. And we've got another paid holiday. We've got 2 paid holidays out at the farm, where workers are paid double time if they have to work the 4th of July or Christmas Day. These are baby steps. They're important baby steps, and it's important to remember in the context of Oregon agriculture, with almost no exceptions, this is unprecedented. And this is part of our effort to work with the industry to really make agriculture a sustainable industry, not only for the farmers, but for the workers who toil in the fields and milk the cows. Having said that, now I'd like to turn over to Jesus Hernandez. Jesus works at the dairy. He's been at the farm since its inception and is president of what we call a workers committee, and was active at the negotiations and through the entire 5-year struggle at Threemile Canyon Farms. And I'll be translating for Jesus. Jesus?
Buenos días.
Good morning.
Mi nombre es Jesús Hernández.
My name is Jesus Hernandez.
Llevo trabajando por 6 años en la lechería.
I've been working at the dairy for 6 years,
Prácticamente desde que empezó.
almost since it began.
Yo estoy muy contento por haber obtenido este logro gracias al apoyo de la Unión de Campesinos.
I'm very pleased to have this agreement thanks to the support of the United Farm Workers.
Y creo que hemos dado un ejemplo a todos los trabajadores agrícolas de aquí del estado de Oregon.
And today we're setting an example for all farm workers in the state of Oregon.
Porque así se van a abrir las puertas para que no sean discriminados en sus trabajos.
So the doors are open so workers no longer have to tolerate being discriminated in the workplace.
Muchas gracias a todos los que componen la Unión de Campesinos y a mis compañeros y a todo el público que apoyó para lograr esta victoria.
And thank you to the staff of United Farm Workers, to my co-workers, and to the public who supported our struggle.
Los beneficios que obtuvimos gracias al apoyo de todos ustedes y los trabajadores.
And we were able to get the benefits thanks to your support and the unity of the workers.
Creo que solos los patrones nunca nos los hubieran dado.
And if we were by ourselves, we'd have never won these.
Y pues muchas gracias a todos por apoyarnos.
And thank you very much for having supported us. I'd now like to introduce Arturo Rodriguez, President of the United Farm Workers.
this has taken another step for farm workers in demonstrating that if we're together and we work united and we're committed and we're willing to make the sacrifices and the hard struggle, that we can achieve something that probably at the beginning everybody thought, wow, are you kidding me? Trying to get a contract with one of the largest operators here in the state of Oregon. And to the company's credit, yes, I mean, it was a struggle. Yes, there was moments when there were difficulties and so forth, but in the end, the employer, the management, the owners of 3 Mile Canyon decide, you know what, it's fair to give our workers and to provide our workers with the type of dignity and the respect that they deserve, and to provide them with economic incentives for their work, as well as other conditions that will allow for a much more harmonious relationship to exist there. So we're extremely proud of what's been accomplished, especially in terms of the workers and their leadership, because without their heroism, because they're the real true heroes in all of this, and without their heroism and their willingness and their determination, this would have never happened. It would have never taken place. They would have never inspired all of us to get involved and to get engaged and to be willing to make the sacrifices that we've made over the course of the last 5-year period. And so that consequently we look, as they've marked a new day here in Oregon agriculture, to really go forth and to reach out to not only the management of 3 Mile Canyon and to demonstrate to them that we're here to provide the best quality work. We're here to ensure that they have the best product so that consumers here in the state of Oregon and throughout the Pacific Northwest area can also know that they're getting good food, that they're getting good product, that they're getting good milk, good cheese, whatever it might be as a result of the work that these workers do. So especially we thank the workers again. Queremos dar las gracias a todos ustedes por su voluntad, pero por su compromiso, con su valor. Porque sin ustedes no hubo ninguna manera que podíamos lograr lo que ustedes lograron en estos últimos. Ustedes fueron una inspiración para todos nosotros. Lo agradecemos y lo felicitamos. Y hay que seguir adelante en esta lucha. Nada más estamos empezando. We are just beginning now the real work that needs to be done. Because now we have to build with the employer a new relationship, a new type of working together so that we can all demonstrate that this is the right way that we need to do things and that we can be an example for the rest of agriculture here in this state and throughout the nation and show that we can make things happen in a much better way. So, muchísimas gracias. Thank you very much.
Hey, congratulations. Great victory.
Well, again, queremos dar las gracias otra vez a los trabajadores por su labor.
Workers that are not part of the UFW?
No, the contract covers all year-round and part-time employees.
Great.
Well, again, queremos dar las gracias otra vez a los trabajadores por su labor. And again, thank all the people that were really helpful within the labor movement, within the religious community, within the various communities, certainly our attorneys and so forth that have been really helped make this a realization for the workers that were willing to make the sacrifice and the struggle to make this happen, and all of our staff. So thank you again for being here today.